Hello, everybody. X Joe 81X. And on the tubes today, I'll be showing you my Christmas decorations for 2016 and what they're plugged into and what they are, and then obviously close out the video tonight when they're all on. So here we have the tree. Lights come with the tree. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. I'm sitting down too much. I don't mind. We have the tree. We have the angel on top. In all seriousness, here we got a train. We'll just chooch that on. It's just something that gets connected to the shaft of the tree. Stop. Stop. It's not digital. It gets connected into the shaft right there. You see it? Hello. That's a fail. Side, tree. Got a old school Santa here. Turns the thing. We have the tree plugged into Santa, and then we have Santa plugged into the timer, and then we have the timer plugged into the wall. And then we have some trinkets here, that goes on the table with coffee, a little bowl around that thing. And then, the trinkets start with the tea lights, just to make it festive. That's that. And then you got Elf on the Fuck over there, and over here. Just a quick synopsis, and then you got some stuff over on that coffee table. And then you got some things hanging over here. Some things hanging over there. Then you got the blankie and the doily. And you got the Santa, and then you got this, which goes like that. That is the thingy with the thing. It goes under the rug, and it sits behind there. And then you got the funny stuff, happy you let it snow. Ooh, and then you have me with the phones, digital, and the brush begins. So, and then it's supposed to be a family video, huh? Then you have the cards that come in. Then you have this. Then you got your trinkets. That. Another thing on the window. Santa. A big thing there. This thing I'll show you later when it's lit up. Church. With the fence. 7-Eleven. Something else. And the old something shop. And they got the fake snow. Nothing really in the kitchen, just some placemats, some goodies for Christmas, some place, Christmassy thing for the stove. Nothing upstairs. Oh, there's some stuff right there when you go to the bathroom. There's a little 3 things up there, a couple of stockings down there, and that's it. We don't go, obviously that far. And, excuse me. Oh, then we have another tree down here that goes into a timer behind the couch. Long story, we just have 2 trees short, and that's the story. We have 2 trees, and we have the ability to enjoy it. We have a big stocking there, and then I'll show you real quick when I'm chooching in here. Whew. Shit's cold. And then we have the outside lights. One set of lights start with the timer here. The top thing is the garage. That actually comes out a double, which is great. I've never really seen that. One does the lights around the garage, which you'll see later. And one is the plug up there, which does the blow up things, which you'll see later. And it just sits underneath the garage. It doesn't crush it. And the floor is cold, and so on and forth of so. Let's see if you could see outside here, otherwise I'd have to go outside and show you. It's pretty chilly. So here's the blow up things. You could see Santa right there and the snowman right here. I'll show you. You really can't see. There's plugs in the dirt, so what I'll have to do is just get digital, and I'll show you in a second. We got 2 Christmas rubber duckies here. You know, this is just rubber. It sticks. Put it on a piece of cardboard and put it in the attic. It lasts forever. And then we have the icicle lights, 8 sections. So this was the project. We'll touch on this for a couple minutes. Real quick. They have lights there. They have a setup there, which you'll see later. My neighbor always has stuff because he's got grandkids. So we come out of the garage, like I said. Okay, it just sits there right on the garage. Just comes up and over. This green thing is like the landscape lights. It's great. It works for everything else. Here it is. And I got an adapter on top because this power supply is too big. And then I have a regular brown light thing sitting under the rock, and it just sits right here. Doesn't get wrapped in tape. It doesn't get wrapped anywhere. These hooks, over the last couple of weeks when this is being installed, this is kind of the contraption that I've had to make, and this video is also for me for next year. So Santa's hooked up through there, and then he's doubled up through there. I'll show you in a second. And Snowman is doubled up through here. You'd be surprised. They're thin and windy. And I used to have it on the ground, but it didn't work out. So I kind of threw the hook before it froze right there. And the rock kind of just does its thing. And then sometime in January, it'll all come out. A couple days ago, it was snowing, and it actually froze all the dirt because it was that wet. So that's why you see the frozen thing. So we come out of the garage with C7s, and these are great. You know, Jay has a set of C9s, I think. These are unbelievable. They're just stapled right there. I'll pull the staples out, throw them out next year, and then there'll be holes, and then I'll continue and I'll staple them. And there's no reason to keep them up. There's no way to take them down without removing the staples, and I'm not doing that much damage. It's just wood, good wood. Plug sits right there, and that's it. Sometimes we get snow, sometimes we don't. Hopefully this year, by the time I take it down, we don't get snow. So here's the icicle lights. There's stuff, oh, there's stuff in the windows too. So I see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 sets. They're all hooked up. The only set that went out, which I'll try to remember if I show you tonight, is a 1-foot section right there. So far, it sucks. It's kind of windy. Putting them up was a pain in the ass. The hook system, I have a hook every 1 feet, like a plastic hook, 1 foot, excuse me. And then there's an extension cord, which is brown right there, which you can't see, and it kind of just sits up there, and it works. And at night it's great. It just throws the effect of the icicle lights on the gutter, and there's a big space here, so it doesn't look like the icicle lights go straight up, of course. And then they continue. You can see the hooks more here, the hooks more here. She decorated this tree. We have an old school snowman with a regular light bulb in it. She purchased this reindeer that was on sale. It fell one day when it was raining, and I went to go put it back, and the ground is frozen, and I can't put those stakes back in. So we cross our fingers that we just, excuse me, he doesn't fall enough to break it. She's got her little trinkets here, you know, weatherproof plastic. Not really weatherproof. Who cares? Excuse me. We got a plug. This is so nothing gets blown away. And then we just have your big mess. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, we have 4 sets of lights on the tree, 1 extension cord, going into Santa and the snowman. Excuse me, the reindeer. We got this thing chooched on the floor. It goes up on the attic. Obviously, I don't have something long enough, so here's something else hanging. And then it goes up there, and then it goes in the house a little bit so it doesn't fall. And there's my contraption. That switch goes on with the outdoor lights. Previously, before I purchased that black thing, I had all the lights on until 6 a.m. and it was just ridiculous. So that black thing was like $10.98 from Home Depot. It's basically a timer which is facing the wrong way, which is fine. It's basically stayed exact. It's 2, 4, 6, or 8, or on or off. So basically, when the lights turn on, it counts down 8 hours, and basically shuts everything off by midnight, because I have the lights going on around 5. Today is December 21st, which is actually the shortest day of the year. So the lights will still go on at 5, but it'll probably be dark for a while. Tonight we're also going to go out and roam the town and look at other people's lights, which are more extravagant than this. That's about it for me. And the outdoor lights, indoor lights, and everything. And we'll see you later when I turn everything on and you see the tree through the window with Santa and everything. Stand by. So this is the tree. There's absolutely nothing else on in the house except the tree. There's the holly or garland, or whatever you want to call it. These are all incandescents, by the way. This goes up. The tree downstairs, excuse me, is lit up all nice. You can't see the white from outside, but who cares? It's nice. No ornaments, it's just for effect. Let's see outside. Okay, like I said, nobody, my neighbors here. They got stuff. Across the street has something. They had something the first night, but it crapped out. And then there's my neighbor. I'll just take a gander over there because it's just fun. Here's the keys. He's got some cool stuff. He's got nice icicle lights. I like that. And here's my house. Unfortunately, the garage light takes away from that, but it'll shut. But like I said, here for the most part, here's the section that's out. Sorry. That little section. Here's the window one. I guess this one burned out. Here's the C7s. That is Glory. This is the lanyards I was telling you about with the tape so it doesn't fray. These things are working. They're blown up, doing its thing. They're 12 feet high. There's a tree downstairs. You can see the red and green, not the white. There's a thing in the window. This one forgot to plug in, of course. So as you can see, there's the void. So it looks like the gutter is separate, like I told you. Nothing on the front door this year. Excuse me. Here's the tree. She shut the blinds too much, as always. Here's the old school Santa with the light that moves. Those are cool. They had a Mrs. Claus back in the day that you were supposed to plug in and put on the other side of the window. Snowman, like I said, with the bulb. Rudolph really looks nice at night. And then the little tree she decorated. No big deal. And we'll get a side shot and call it a holiday. That's what the house looks like. So, for the most part, I think it's not bad. You know, we'll see what happens. I really like this. It really just adds an effect. The fact that you don't, you know, it's hanging off the gutter separately. It looks like obviously icicles are coming from the gutter instead of, you know, lining up the house and then coming back down. But hit like, hit subscribe. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that fun stuff. These are my Christmas decorations for 2016. Thank you.